Hi guys, this is Miss Bajent. I was making this video for you because I received a few emails saying that you didn't understand how to do section 5.3 or section 5.4 or 5.6, whatever the other homeworks are, the homework assignments are in chapter 5. And so I wanted to make a video to walk you through it. This section here, chapter 5, section 3, we've actually done this in a previous chapter where we learned to graph these equations, but I'll do a quick example with you again to show you how to graph this. This is in slope-intercept form. These two equations are. So when it's in slope-intercept form, it's in y equals mx plus b form, where m is your slope and b is part of your y-intercept. Your y-intercept is an ordered pair 0, comma b. So to graph these two equations, you want to first graph your y-intercept. This is going to be 0, negative 1. And our slope is the coefficient for x, 1. So 1 over 1. So you'll graph this ordered pair first, and then from this point you need to go up 1 over 1. And then here you'll do the same thing. You're going to graph the y-intercept, 0, positive 1. So that's a positive 1, this is a negative 1. 0, positive 1. And then what is your slope here? It's negative 1 over 1. So since our slope is negative, we'll go down 1, still to the right. Always go up or down first, and then always move right. So here our slope is positive 1 over 1, so you will go up 1 to the right 1, whereas here our slope is negative 1 over 1, so we will go down 1, and then still to the right 1. The reason why I wrote my slope as a fraction is so that I can see my rise over run, so that I can see how far to go up or down and then how far to move to the right. So let's graph this. Use your line tool and first plot your y-intercept. My first y-intercept is 0, negative 1. And then from this point that I just plotted, I'm going to go up 1 over 1 because that's what my slope tells me to do. So from that point, 0, negative 1, I'm going to go up 1 and then to the right 1. And then click, and there's one line. Now we need to graph this line. My y-intercept is 0, positive 1. So 0, positive 1. And from here, I need to go down 1, right 1. And there are my two lines. And now you can see your intersection point. Where do the two lines cross? At this point here. That is 1, comma 0. So that is the solution. Where your lines intersect, that's going to be your answer. So it says, what is the solution to the system? Select the correct choice below, and if necessary, fill in the answer box within your choice. We do have a solution because our lines intersect. We have a solution. So the solution is an ordered pair, 0, comma 1. Oops, I wrote it backwards. Sorry about that, you guys. 1, comma 0. There we go. Fantastic. Alright, so let's do another one just to be safe. So to graph this system of equations that's not in standard form, this is not in slope-intercept form, this is in standard form. Standard form is when you have the x term and the y term on the same side of the equation and then your constant on the other side. This is an equal sign. A is the coefficient for x, B is the coefficient for y, and C is the constant. You can find your y-intercept and x-intercepts by using the cover-up method. And then you can find your slope using m is the opposite of a over b. So we'll take the coefficient for x, the coefficient for y, the coefficient for y, -5 over -2, and whatever that comes out to be, if it's positive, then you make it negative. If it's negative, then you make it positive. So for the first equation, I'm going to find my x and y intercepts. If you're looking for your x-intercept, which ordered pair should be 0, x or y? Well, if you're looking for your x-intercept, we're solving for x, so 0 should be y. So we go up here to our equation and cover up the y term and solve for x. X equals -10. And then you repeat the process for your y-intercept. For your y-intercept, which ordered pair should be 0? If you're solving for the y-intercept, then you're solving for y, and x should be 0. So cover up the x term and solve for y. -2y equals -10. Solve for y by dividing by -2 on both sides, and we get y equals 5. If you wanted to find your slope, you could do so by writing a, which is 1, over b, which is -2. And since here our slope is negative, we want to take the opposite of it and make it positive. So our slope is 1 over 2. We repeat the same process for the second equation. Again, the x-intercept, and finding the x-intercept, you need to let one of these ordered pairs be 0, or one of these coordinates be 0. Which coordinate, the x-coordinate or the y-coordinate, should be 0? The y-coordinate. So we're going to go up here and cover up the whole y-coordinate or y-term and solve for x. To solve for x, you need to divide both sides by -5, and we get +2. And repeat for the y-intercept. Which coordinate, the x-coordinate or the y-coordinate, which one should be 0? The the x-coordinate. So cover up your x term and solve for y. You want to divide by -2 on both sides to get +5. So now, when we go to graph, we have 2 lines to graph. Oh, and if you wanted to find the slope here, it would be -5 over -2. A negative divided by a negative makes that positive. So negative divided by negative makes that positive. But we want the opposite, so we will make this whole fraction negative. That's if you wanted to find the slope. You don't need the slope though. So to graph, let's graph our first line. Our x-intercept is -10, 0. Our y-intercept is 0, 5. The second line, our x-intercept is 2, 0. And our y-intercept is 0, 5. So here you see our intersection point is 0, 5. And then the second part of the answer, we need to type in our answer here. And that's it. And then that's just more in the same. Okay, so here, if you want to use a graphing calculator, this is number 5.